So this session will be mainly for the newly released update for the Helios intraoral scanners, the whole series, both the 680 and Helios 500. This will be a software introduction and a software walkthrough. So first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Abdulrahman El-Hawary. I'm the digital and clinical instructor for Eighteeth Medical. So we will be unveiling the new software for the Helios, which is the V1.12. Like we like to say in our caption, we have new features and enhanced user experience. Whether you are the dealer and you will have to pass on this experience to your clients, or whether you are already a user, you will have an enhanced experience in general. So mostly today, I'll be first of all letting you know all the updates, all the new features that are available. Then I'll have a quick software walkthrough showing you how to use these new features and these new updates. So it won't take long. It's a quick session, and I hope it will be a beneficial one. So first of all, the first new addition to the software is an AI automatic implant site detection. So in the previous version, we used to detect the implant site location manually using this circle cut tool. Then we will to cut out the implant from the original scan and copy the second scan without having these implants inside in order to be able to place our scan bodies or implant abutments and scan them. Now we have a new addition, a new icon that is available. This icon is automatic detection. All you just click on is to confirm the detection of the software of the implant site locations. The second thing that is launched is the Eighteeth Application Center. So all Eighteeth apps that are accompanying the scanning software are now available in one place where you could install them all with just one click and update them all with just one click. And the third new addition is actually the 3D viewer application. It's a new application that is now available. So many users, for example, do have their intraoral scanners, but they don't have any designing softwares on their laptops or any viewing applications on their laptops. So now you have a 3D viewer application. The standard scanning softwares do not accept to import any STL or PLY files. But the 3D viewer applications, they accept to import STL or PLY files. So now, for example, if you have an old case and you want to just view the scan, you don't have to go through the whole process of opening it on the Helios software or using a zip file to open it on the Helios software. No, you could just take the extracted STL and PLY files and place them within the application, the 3D viewer, and you could just preview your scans before opening it on the Helios Center. Also, many clinicians would like to see the final view of their scan on how it will look on the designing software, not on the scanning software. So the 3D Viewer app will also give you this capability. You automatically download it from the application center, and there will be a pop-up available within the desktop. So the icon will be available on the desktop, not just from inside the Helios software. Also, our fourth point, and I think it's really a great improvement, is that we have the ability to preview and refine the bite before refining the whole case. So as you guys know, the recommended for the Helios scan is to take 2 bites, bite 1 and bite 2. But always before the refinement process, you could just view bite 1 alone and bite 2 alone. And in order to view them to both merge together, you had to refine the whole scan first. Sometimes we're doing a very large case where we, for example, have 2 preoperative scans. So actually you have 2 upper and 2 lower scans and 2 bite scans. So the whole refinement process takes a lot amount of time. Also, the refinement process depends on your laptop. So for example, if the doctor's laptop doesn't have huge specs, so the refinement process in general will take a huge time. So sometimes the patient leaves the operating room and you refine the bite afterwards and then check that there's something that needs to be adjusted. Then you recall the patient again. Now all of this hassle is eliminated because we have a new icon. This icon refines byte 1, byte 2, and if you have taken byte 3, just refines the byte only without refining the whole scan, and it takes not a huge amount of time at all. It takes just few seconds, like 10 to 15 seconds, to refine the byte alone in order to quickly check the byte recording data and check that the occlusion is aligned correctly and you do not have to adjust anything in your buccal scan. Also, a new addition on the lower right corner. Now you can check the scanning time, the type of your intraoral scanner, and the thing that is actually important is the tip size. For example, many times just the assistant puts for me the scanner with a small tip, and I actually don't notice something like this and start scanning and find that the scanning speed is a little bit slower than the usual because it's just I'm using the smaller tip. So now I have like a very small alarm system within the screen that indicates the tip size that I'm actually using. Also, this one would be very beneficial for most dealers because most dealers do not supply their clients with laptops. They just supply their clients with the recommended specs and the recommended system requirements. And clients do buy the laptop on their own. So sometimes you dealers face the problem where they supply their clients with the minimum requirements, and actually the client buys something less than the minimum requirements or wants to try a laptop that he already has in his own clinic. So now the software has a complete automatic detection of the hardware configuration and will tell the client within the first startup whether the laptop is good enough to operate the scanner or it will not be able to operate the scanner. So you don't have to put your opinion as a dealer. So in general, the software will do this whole configuration and give the opinion to the client. All of this will actually happen within the during first startup, and also it will do a quick optimization and performance check for the client and optimization of the scanning speed that is suitable for the type of the laptop that the client has. So it actually will eliminate the discrepancies and the arguments that happen between the dealers and the clients concerning the laptop part. Now there are no opinions. The software will actually detect if there's a degraded performance within the laptop, and will detect if the laptop is good enough to work and operate the Helios scanner just fine. We have a new tooth numbering system that's now available, which is the universal numbering system. You could adjust it from the settings menu. So now these are the main differences that are available within the software, but also with each update and with each software update that is produced by the Helios, we always tend to have some performance improvements to enhance the user experience in general. So the first performance improvement is the higher accuracy within the byte scanning. So some discrepancies used to happen with previous versions within the byte scanning. Sometimes you take the byte right and it actually doesn't work really well and doesn't record everything accurately. Now these discrepancies, the possibility of having these discrepancies is much more less than the usual. So we have higher accuracy during the byte scanning. Also, uh, we have a minimized overlapping or minimized double imaging and now appear within the new software. So in general, the new software has a better scanning experience, better smoothness, less overlaps, and less double imaging appearing during the scan. We have a higher AI capabilities, like I told you before, for example, for the implant scanning. we could automatically detect the implant sites using the AI, and also higher AI capabilities when it comes to soft tissue detection and soft tissue filtration. So with previous version, the soft tissue detection used to work excessively, so didn't actually differentiate very well differentiate between the soft tissue that I actually want to include in my scan and the soft tissue that I want to exclude. So now the AI capabilities within the soft tissue filtration is higher. It differentiates more between soft tissue that is available in the oral cavity and soft tissue that is extraoral. For example, my hand, so it automatically eliminates your hand, and less elimination of the desired soft tissue that I want to include in my scan. For example, the vestibule or the palatal surface of the palate. Also, this is just an enhanced user experience within the software. It used to make the software very not as smooth as possible. It wasn't really understandable for most clients. Having two case lists, a case list and order list, and then a patient list. So now we just eliminated it all, and we have just one list, which is the order list, followed by the patient list, in which you have added a patient and you could add a new scan for this patient. So there's no case list and order list, and you don't have to keep on switching between both of them to actually open an old scan or send an old scan. No, it's just an order list and a patient list, which contains the whole patients that you have added to the Helios software. We have added some new scanning sounds to the software. And now if you take a screenshot, it doesn't actually get saved in another folder. No, it will be automatically saved to the folder where you will export your files. So mainly, these are all the changes that are available within the new software. I'll be showing you how to access these applications or how to use these new features the on your PC. So first of all, as you can see here, this is the new application, which is called the 3D viewer. You have an icon outside. So you just double click on the icon, click on import. Mesh file is to add an STL and PLY. For example, we have this case. In order to add the byte one, the lower and the upper files, just select them all and click on open. Once you click on open, as you can see here, now this is my lower scan. So I actually imported here PLY files. This is my upper scan. Could just view any one of them as any viewing softwares or the viewing versions of the designing softwares that are available in the market. So I'll be opening the software for now, showing you the new things that are available within the software. So here's the app list. As you can see here, you could download all Eighteeth apps just by clicking on install all. And afterwards, if there are any updates, you will have a pop-up here that there's an update, and you could just click on this icon where you will update all apps that are that need to be updated just with one click. So it's an easier user experience and honestly a better looking one. As I told you, we no longer have a case list, it's just an order list and a patient list. And also the 3D preview, we could just preview the scans. We don't have to open it from the 3D viewing app icon that is at the desktop. This is another way to access your scans just from the preview icon available within the Helios software. So first of all, I'll be showing you the new AI implant detection. Then I'll quickly scan a model to show you the new smoothness and speed, the scanning speed, and also show you the byte preview function that's available. So now I'll be importing just this implant scanning to show you the new AI automatic detection. So as you can see here, we have 3 implants placed in this model. And just have to you have to first perfectly align your model so that you could exactly see the implant sites. Then this is the manual circuit cut tool that we used to use, and this is the new tool, which is the automatic detection AI circuit cut. Just by clicking on it, it automatically detected the 3 new implants that are placed. Just I could add, if I want to add something the software did not recognize, I could add something or I could remove. And if the software detected everything perfectly, I could just click on this icon where I'm confirming the detection of the software, and then everything is automatically detected, and I could go on and proceed with my scans. So this is the new function that's available within the implant workflow. So now I'll just plug in my scanner and show you the new smoothness and speed of the Helios software. So as you can see in the lower right corner, we have the device type, the tip size, and the time of scanning. Always make sure your tip is clean enough when you're having your scan. This is the new sound, one of the new sounds, not just the only sound. So it actually took me about 25 seconds to scan the model without refining anything. So I have some adjustments that I need to do. So you will actually be able to detect the new performance once you start using the scanner yourself. But I assure you that we have a smoother scanning experience and a quicker scanning experience than the usual. If you actually want to detect the improvements in the Helios software, try using a version of the software that's not just the previous version. No, an older version with an older version of the software, like 2 or 3 releases earlier, and you'll actually detect the huge difference between and huge improvements that are actually happening in the software regarding the scanning smoothness and scanning speed. So, but the differences between each update, you do not notice huge differences between each version and the other. But for example, if you take version 3 versions earlier than this one, you will detect a huge difference that actually the R&D team is working on to try to improve the scanning experience and try to improve the scanning accuracy and smoothness with every new update. So regarding the byte scanning, byte one, byte two. So now, as you can see here, we have a new added icon. So this is like this, I could view byte 1. Like this, I could view byte 2. But by clicking on this icon, I will only refine my 2 bytes or 3 bytes, whatever the number of bytes I'm taking, in order to view the final scan of my byte and the final software alignment of the upper and lower models using the 2 bytes that I've actually took. So this is the final view of the byte that lab will work on when he imports on his designing software byte 1 and byte 2. So these are mostly all of the new features that are available within the software. Of course, like I told you, we have some just new scanning sounds in which you could activate from the menu screen. We have three new scanning sounds that you could activate. So these are mainly everything. If anyone has a question regarding this update or regarding anything regarding the Helios software, please go ahead. Have your my ears are all listening for any questions that you guys have, whether within this update or previous things.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, sir. This is Sachin from India.
Hello, Session.
Yes. Yes, sir. Is there any accuracy increased from before update that earlier we used to have 20 microns? So is there any update
So,
on accuracy?
so the maximum amount of deviation is still 20 microns, but the possibility of reaching the 20 microns is now less than the usual. So, this is the maximum amount of deviation, that the maximum is 20. So we used to,
Okay.
the accuracy of the scanner used to reach, the probability of reaching the 20 microns now is less.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
now more stable. More stable.
Okay, sir.
With previous
Okay.
version, we used to have like, with the scan, you used to have like 16 and 17 microns. Now you will have the probability of reaching higher microns is less. There will be no huge deviation between the right side and the left side. The whole scan will be more stable. So the whole scan will either be on 13 microns, 14 microns. There will not be an area of 16, for example, and another area of 12. You get the idea? But the maximum amount
Okay.
of deviation is still the same. So the worst thing is 20 microns, but the probability of reaching 20 microns is less.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So
Thank
with standard usage, you will actually check that this has will affect the workflow with higher accuracy.
Dr.
Okay, sir.
Abdul, this is Dr. Remy from India. I have one
Hello.
issue. I have one issue. Whenever I'm doing the scanning, I personally feel that many times the byte is not as perfectly recorded. So, are there any changes which have been made in the software now?
So first of all, the software now records the byte in a better way, and the second thing, we do have to strict to and stick to the strict instructions of the byte scanning. So please always make sure after you've taken the byte, just view the byte from the other side, and always check for intersections. But this is with the final preview, okay? So not just byte 1 or byte 2, but with the final preview, because the software works in a way that it does align perfectly the upper and lower arches while taking at least 2 bytes. So never take 1 byte and question the accuracy of the byte, okay? So the software, this is how the software works. This is how the Helios software works. It perfectly aligns the upper and lower while taking 2 bytes. You have to take 2 bytes. Then preview 2 bytes using this new icon and check for intersections. These are the intersections. So these are minimal intersections. We could work with these intersections, no problem. But if we do have very high intersections, for example, I show you an example. So this is so actually this is part of the scanning errors part. So this is a huge scanning error. Okay, so of course this byte 100% it will be inaccurate. 100% the restoration will come with irregular dimensions and incorrect occlusal dimensions, because we have too many intersections. So always after you take your bite scan, view it, flip it, and view it from the other side to check intersections. If the intersections are limited, then it's okay. But these intersections, this is on the full arch. And always make sure after you've taken 2 or 3 bites, make sure that your lab imports all bites into the designing software, because there's a huge problem that I personally encountered with labs here in Egypt, that I send the lab 2 bites, bite 1 and bite 2, and he also only uses bite 1 because the designing software automatically opens the case with bite 1, and the lab forgets to import bite 2. So always make sure to import bite 1 and bite 2, and always check your scan and check for occlusal intersections after you have finished your bite scanning.
Yes, Doc, I have another doubt now.
Yeah, go ahead.
One second. I'll just come in a better network area and give you a call. Yes.
Okay, doctor. So if anyone has any other question regarding anything through the Helios software, either the new version or the older versions, I'm be happy to. Yes, go ahead, doctor.
Hi. Yes, can you hear me? Okay,
Yes,
one
yes,
more doubt
perfect.
I have is one thing which I have liked in this software, which is missing in a lot of other softwares, is that you can edit even after you have rendered the whole project. Okay, but then what happens is that in the previous software, after you have finished the whole case and you have already uploaded it, now when I upload this particular previous scan, sometimes what happens is the lab gives us the work back saying that you do not have enough clearance. So that particular time, I would want that I upload the scan and edit only that particular area which is having less clearance and add the scan, which apparently either I did not know or was missing in the previous software or the software I'm using. Is it possible now?
So I just want to make sure that I get you correctly. So you want to edit and open previous scans without having to open a whole new case, right?
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
a scan which has been already uploaded on the cloud and which has already been exported and it has been closed already.
Yeah,
Like now
this
the
was
lab has
available with
reported
previous
to us
softwares.
after some time.
It's available with previous softwares.
Then I think I do not have the updated one
Yeah,
because when my software,
you just
I am not able to make edits.
so let's, for example, say for this case that we have just closed and took a scan for, just double click on it. You have to click on edit case. You could first of all change any of the info that is available within the menu. Click on save. Afterwards, just click on scan. It will start scanning again, and it will actually open the case with the previous scans. It will import the previous scans. So please make sure that you are activating the scan history within your software. Make sure
So
that you have an activated scan history.
how do I activate the scan history?
So yeah, just through this is the whole scan history where you upload something new. Just click on settings. So I guess it's from the Helios Center. Just a second. So from the Helios Center, click on settings. So here's the scan history. You could activate the auto save of the scan history. You could keep it on off or on, and you could save the data up to 1 year, 360 days.
So in this
So
now, once it's uploaded, I can edit only the area where I want to edit. Like suppose I've done a full mouth preparation, only one tooth I want to modify and I do not want to
yeah,
repeat the
but you'll
scan.
have to upload it again.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you'll have to upload it again. It will not be edited within the cloud. You'll have to upload the case once more.
Would you be able to show it to me how you
Yes,
are
of course, yeah.
actually explaining it?
Yeah, of course, yeah. You just click on the order list, any of these cases. Just click. If you want to edit anything within the this menu, you just click on edit case. If not, just click on scan. It will start importing your previous scan because you have an activated scan history. Once you import it, so I'll be able to edit anything. So for example, this preparation area, I'll have to edit this area. So actually just I'll use the cut tool. I'll eliminate the area that I want to re-edit. And just I'll go ahead and rescan it. So actually, because my cutting through the model is actually does create some double imaging because it's a model.
It's
So,
showing a stitching error.
Yeah, wrong stitching, and the AI automatically eliminated it again. So you could just give it another try. But this usually happens with models. But now the AI capabilities, it will automatically cut it out again. You don't have to cut it out again. This is the overlapping and the double imaging. So the incidence of this happening within the oral cavity is actually less, but with models, the incidence is actually higher. So this is just how you edit a scan, and that's all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abdul.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
دكتور
تفضل.
Sir, I have a question, please.
دكتور ممكن ناخد سؤال دكتور علي. We'd have the question of Dr. Ali first.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Aro. Go ahead, Dr. Ali. Yes, go ahead. Okay, so Dr. Arwa, you could go ahead.
Doctor, I have two issues with scanning.
Go ahead,
First one, when patients edentulous or have two only teeth, when I'm scanning, it is, will be stopped the scanning when scan the soft tissue only. There's any problem with the scanning of soft tissue or that just teeth?
Okay,
This is
I'll
the
tell you
first
how
issue.
to. Okay, so regarding the first issue,
Yes.
always when you're scanning soft tissue, please make sure
Yes.
your AI is on off.
When all the arch is edentulous, yes.
Completely edentulous. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
Please make sure
Completely,
that
or
the
I have
AI
one
is
tooth.
off.
Okay.
Okay. So it's the same thing. The soft tissue أكتر يا دكتور من the soft tissue is much more than the tooth structure. So whenever the soft tissue is more and I want to record more soft tissue, keep the AI on off, because this is how the AI actually works. The main function of the AI is soft tissue filtration. So whenever I'm scanning soft tissue and the AI is working, so it's actually filtering out and removing the excess soft tissue. And in such a scan, I do want to scan the soft tissue. So whenever you have a full, completely edentulous case, close the AI and try scanning. And please supply me with a video
Where's
of.
the AI?
Sorry?
I can't hear you. Can you again, please?
I was telling you to, whenever you are scanning a full arch edentulous case, close the AI, make it on off. Because how the AI works actually is that the main function is soft tissue filtration and removal of excess soft tissue. So whenever I'm scanning, I want to scan soft tissue, then I would keep it on off.
Okay, and the second issue, please.
Go ahead.
Second issue, when I scanning, but take more than 2 minutes, it will have mini occlusion intersection.
So occlusal intersections is not.
We have yes. What about the time? The time of scanning, the minimum and the maximum.
There's no minimum for scanning time. It depends on the case. But whenever you're taking a bite scan, when you increase the time of the bite scanning, the probability of having changes within the patient's mouth is actually more. So try using the auto bite and take 2 bites. Don't close the auto bite, because the auto bite, when the scanner takes the enough information that it needs to align the upper and lower, it automatically stops. So whenever you have so try taking using the auto bite and take 2 bites. Even if you're taking half hour scan, also take 2 bites.
Okay, we should take the bite from 2 sides, right and left.
If you're taking a full arch scan, yes, right and left. If you're taking a half arch,
But
then from the start of the scan and from the end.
if I don't have any occlusion on the other side, it's enough to
Then
take
take it anterior.
from one side.
I try to take it from another area also. If you have anterior stoppers, then take from the anterior stoppers.
Okay.
Try to give
If I
the software as much information as you can. So giving it more information with less discrepancies and less scanning time is actually better.
okay, if a scanning time that is more than 2 minutes, it will be affect about the results of occlusion or any details of the arches.
No. The scanning time mainly does not affect the occlusion, but like I told you, while taking the bite, increase the scanning time increases the possibility of having discrepancies. So it indirectly
Okay, that
affects
is not
the
okay.
occlusal accuracy. But this is for just the scanning time for the bite. But scanning time for the upper and scanning time for the lower, it also increases
Okay.
the possibility of having discrepancies, but doesn't make a huge difference. So there is no maximum for bite scan for time of scanning, and no minimum for time of scanning. But if you can take the case in a less amount of time than the usual, it would be in general better, because the file will have less data to render. The file will have less data to refine, and in place there will be less possibility of discrepancy. If you have less data to render, then the possibility of having an error decreases automatically. So indirectly it does affect, but there's no minimum. Just take your time to have a perfect scan.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Amr.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. So
تسمح لي يا غالي؟ تسمح لي
اتفضل
دكتور؟
اتفضل، تحت
معك
امرك
مهندس طارق
طبعا.
مقسم الطب.
اهلا
الله
بيك.
يحفظك يا رب.
اهلا بيك.
حبيبنا، عندي سؤال بعد اذنك. الان لو حطينا نحن بالحاله بري اوبريتيف،
تمام.
لو صورت بعد الاوبريتيف بالخطوه اللي هي البيز او الماكسيلا، في عندي على اليسار انا شايف الخانه اللي كانت سابقا نستخدمها لقص المنطقه هي ونصور فوقها. انا
تمام.
حاولت استخدم هاي هذا التولز، هاي ما استخدم، بس لما اجيت صورت فوقه على طول اخذ. بس كيف راح قص؟ سابقا كنت بستخدم هاي اللي على اليسار، علامه القص اللي على اليسار تتفعل وبقدر اقص. هلا عم تتفعل بس ما عم بقدر استخدمها.
طيب استأذنك، ممكن حضرتك احنا على الافتر سيلز جروب، ممكن لو حضرتك تبعت فيديو دلوقتي بس بالمشكله دي، لان هي ما واجهتناش هنا في مصر، فانا مش قادر اديتكت الازمه في الورك فلو او المشكله فين بالظبط عشان اقول لحضرتك. فلو استأذنك لو تقدر تبعت لي فيديو عشان اعرف المشكله، هل في
الان بعد
الفيرجن
اذنك،
السوفت وير مثلا اللي عندك، ولا المشكله في ايه بالظبط، عشان اقدر اساعد حضرتك.
طيب تمام حاضر.
يعني حالا، يعني انا معاك دلوقتي حالا، لو تحب اول ما
انا
نقفل على
حاليا
طول الميتنج.
خارج المكتب، يعني صعب، بس ممكن
شوف
بعد
الوقت
العصر
اللي
اذا
يريحك، انا
انت،
كده افيلبل كل يوم. انا افيلبل
اذا
كل يوم
ممكن.
لو الوقت اللي يريحك.
كان قصدي لو انت بس الان لو نسوي الان حالي بس بري اوبريتيف
حاضر.
نفسها، هي خليها بري اوبريتيف، نضيف عليها البري اوبريتيف.
ثانية واحدة.
تمام. اوكي، شوف ايوه علامة القص هي اللي على اليسار عندك. ايوه.
اوكي.
الان كيف راح قص اي منطقة مثلا؟ قصت والله معك.
انت بس بتدوس بقى، الموضوع مختلف شويه عن الامبلنت انت كنت بتختار الاريا، هنا بس دوس دبل كليك. يعني بص انا هاجي
دبل
ادوس
كليك.
هنا بس لا سوري، ليفت كليك. بص دوس بس ليفت كليك.
اوكي.
بص دوس ليفت
اوكي.
كليك وبالسكرول تقدر تكبر او تصغر الاريا. ممكن، بس
اوكي
هي بس
خلص.
الدوسه مختلفه، طريقه الدوسه مختلفه، عشان كده
تمام
الحركه
تمام
اتلخبطت.
تمام. اوكي
بس
تمام تمام خلاص، وصل. الله يكرمك، شكرا شكرا.
العفو عليك، تحت امرك. So is there any more questions؟
دكتور،
اتفضل.
إذا عندي كان حالة زرع، أخذت قياس اللور والأب، وعندي بالأبر ما في سنان، كيف بدي أخذ البايت؟
لا هو الكيس زي دي، هو بص حضرتك السكانر هو بيديتكت الموجود، فهو لو طالما ما فيش اوكلوجن، السكانر عمره ما يعرف يديتكت البايت، لان هو السكانر ده ما فيهوش اي يقدر يتخيل الارتكليشن بتاع البيشنت، ولا هو ديجيتال ارتكليتر فور اكزامبل، فما يقدرش يتخيل طول ما انت ما فيش الانفو. يعني ده كاننا برضو مثلا بنقول انا ما عنديش سنان بريبيرد، بس انا عايزه يقراها ان هي بريبيرد، نفس الفكره، هي حاجه مش موجوده فهو مش هيعرف يقراها. فانت الورك فلو الكيس زي دي الموضوع مختلف جدا، والموضوع ليه تيبس اند تريكس كتيره، وليه طرق كتيره جدا. بس احد الطرق يعني اللي بتستخدم برضو ان انت ممكن انت عندك ابر اند لور ومفيش بايت، سواء كانت السنان كلها بريبيرد وجاي لك البيشنت كده، او سواء كان حضرتك خالع وهتحط امبلانتس فوق، او ايا كان، المهم ان احنا ما عندناش بايت. انت ممكن احد الاوبشنز اللي انت بتجيب temporary restoration على وان سايد. يعني انا مثلا فور اكزامبل عندي الكيس دي مثلا، كل ده السنان دي كلها كليرد، كلها فيها كليرنس، فانا وكلها بريبيرد، فانا اجيب مثلا بريدج موجود بيكونكت البوستيريور سايد في الرايت اريا او الليفت اريا، وابدا اعدل عليه البايت، واجيبه كتمبري ماتيريال PMA، وابدا اعدل عليه البايت. وبعد ما اعدل على ده البايت، بعد كده اقوم جايب تمبري للجزء الثاني، وبناء عليه تمبري للجزء الثاني جايبه بناء على البايت الاولانيه عشان انا عملت لها سكان. وهي
أو
بروسيس، بس لو انا اوتوماتيكلي عايز السكانر يعمل لها ديتكشن، لا ما فيش سكانر يقدر يعمل حاجه زي كده. فانت بقى ساعتها
أو
بتبدا بقى انت كاوبريتور تبدا تجرب حاجات، تظبط تمبري بروثيسس PMA، تعدل الاوكلوجن فيها واحده باي واحده، وترايل اند ايرور بقى لحد ما تظبط.
أوكي دكتور، شكرا.
العفو عليه، تحت امرك.
Hello, doctor. I have a question.
جو
You
اهيد.
said you have improved the speed of the scanning. So, does that mean that frame per second increased, or how? What is the technical way that is improved, that we have improved the speed?
So first of all, yeah, the thing is, the standard numbers, they are the same. So because the numbers that we always release, they are the worst thing the scanner can do. So or the worst performance that the scanner undergo. These are the numbers that we release. The new update decreases the possibility of reaching the worst numbers. So you get the idea. So it does not directly increase the accuracy. So still the maximum amount of deviation is 20 microns, but the stability of the accuracy within the whole scan is now more. We have higher stability, so the possibility of reaching the 20 microns is less. Also, the possibility of having a very slow scan is less. So the overall smoothness and scanning speed is better. But in order to change the standard numbers, we have to totally eliminate the possibility of reaching these maximum amount of deviation. So they are the same numbers, but with better user experience and less probability of reaching the worst case scenario.
What is that number?
The number of what?
Maximum frames per second our scanner can capture.
Of the Helios 500 or the Helios 680?
500.
Okay. Frames per second. Let me just also confirm. just to tell you the accurate number as much as possible. Yeah, and if you can confirm for us the accurate FPS of the Helios 500.
Hello.
Hello. So
Hi.
I'll just make sure of the number to be exact, and I'll tell you again, Mr. Vinod. I'll be exact with the numbers just to tell you something that is correct 100%, and
once you get the number, please let us know. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll be exact with the new FPS of the new software update, just in order to have accurate numbers.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're most welcome. So hello.
Yeah, I have a question. In the recent software, we were not able to zoom in and zoom out when we were planning to do an implant scan. The circle I'm talking about, when you want to scan an implant scan body, we were not
Okay,
able to increase or decrease the size of the circle. Can you do it now?
Okay, just give you an example now.
Dr. Kamlesh, with the previous one also, we were able to reduce the size of the circle. The only glitch here was that there is a point in the center. You have to take your pointer to that and then scroll your mouse. Yeah, you have to scroll that.
Yeah.
So in case you're working with your laptop, you may not be able to do it. So it's always a wiser option to have a mouse with you, which has a left click, right click, and a scroll button.
Oh, okay.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Dr. Remy. So,
and
for
can
example,
I answer the question to the previous doctor also?
Yes, of course, go
Dr.
ahead.
Vinod? Yes. So, Dr. Vinod, when you talk about FPS, first of all, you cannot compare. You have to know two things. There are two type of frame per seconds. One scanner is the one which records images frame per second. So the number with those scanners, suppose if you compare it with Trios or Trios 3, so it will always be a higher number, which will be ranging something close to 300 to 350 frame per second. Another scanners are video based scanners. So there are a lot of scanners in the market. Here, what we see is Helios 500. It's a video based scanner. So basically, when you compare with the videos frame per second, the number will always be small. It will be something close to 25 frame per second. So now if you see that one scanner is giving you 300 frame per second, another one is saying 25 frame per second. So you would always have a tendency to say that, okay, this scanner is faster, but this one is recording 25 videos in 1 second. This one is taking 300 pictures in 1 second. So there is a magic number, which is how do you compare a particular scanner. So the number is 15. So whenever any scanner comes to you and they are claiming that, okay, I'm recording 300 frame per second, that is 300 pictures per second, and this one is saying I'm recording 25 videos per second, so you have to multiply 25 by 15, because per video will have 15 picture frames. So that will give you a comparative number for both the scanners. So that will help you a lot in how to choose the right scanner and give you an objective parameter for that.
Yes, exactly. But
But
most
I
scanners
have
that
a
are
question
available
here.
nowadays in the market, they are actually video based. But yes, like the Dr. Remy shared with us. Yes. So you do have to actually evaluate because we have too many marketing campaigns that are now available in the market. So they keep on using on numbers within their brochures that not most users know the background of these numbers, or how to calculate these numbers, or how to actually evaluate such numbers. So, of course, whenever you are having a new intraoral scanner, or you're willing to buy an intraoral scanner, you need to make sure that everything that is said in the brochure is actually available within the scanner, and make sure to know how to evaluate the intraoral scanner that you're actually testing right now. So thank you, Dr. Remy, very much for the informative information that you just supplied us with.
Pleasure is always mine.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so do we have any other questions?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Hi, can I have two questions? I have two questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
My first question is let's say on the AI, let's say for the implant detection, what if the customer like let's say put a wrong indication or annotation or the numbering of the teeth, and then will the AI will still detect the hole?
Yeah, yes, but let us also make it clear that this is an AI detection. It will not completely do the whole case alone. If it was if it was dependable on 100%, then we would have eliminated all of these icons. But we're just putting these icons so that you confirm that the AI is doing everything correctly. You have to confirm. And we also made the icons to edit are also available. So the AI is not to eliminate the operator. The AI is available to help you out and reduce your hassle and reduce your time.
Okay, I see. Thank you. And my second question is, can you show us or the workflow for denture scanning? Let's say if it's possible to scan with the triple tray for the bite scan.
So currently, I do not have in my positioning, I don't have any dentures or any edentulous cases to scan, or either by blocks or either anything, because I did not prepare for something like this. But I would be happy to prepare something like this and share it with you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. But it's possible, yeah, with the triple tray, using the triple tray.
Yeah, I will actually start preparing for something like this, and we'll share it with you.
Yeah, but my real question is it possible now with the software?
So the software, no, you don't have, but the software, you do not have the option within the software to add and to tell the software that you are actually scanning a denture or scanning a triple tray or scanning a bite block or whatever. You don't have the option to tell the software to align itself automatically. But this, the scanner will never not accept or reject scanning anything. So as long as you know as an operator the process of scanning that you need, and the things that you need to give to your lab to perform a proper restoration, whether it's a orthodontic restoration, fixed or removable, then go ahead and scan it. The scanner will not tell you not to scan it. But we don't have the option within the software to tell the scanner that I'm currently scanning just a denture or a triple tray or a bite block or whatever.
So it means that it's for now it's not possible to get the bite of edentulous scan.
To automatically align the bite of an edentulous scan without placing any appliance, no, it will not automatically detect it if it's completely edentulous. You have to either place any appliance, either by block, either a temporary denture, either a temporary restorations that are placed over an implant. You have to give the scanner any reference for the scanner to actually detect the bite block, the bite. But if you're just placing an upper arch that's completely edentulous and has no any occlusal stoppers and has no any points of occlusion with the lower arch, then it will not be able, of course, to detect the bite. But like I told you, the scanner will be able to scan whatever you put inside the patient's mouth. It will not reject scanning. So if you stick to a certain protocol where you can give the scanner reference to the bite using whatever the material is, whatever the appliance is, and your lab will be able to understand and design on such an appliance, then go ahead and do it. There are many tips and tricks. Some people use bite blocks, some people use PMAs, some people use temporary dentures. So this depends on the operator. These are tips and tricks that are discussed in full arch cases, and it's actually a very huge lecture, and it's always it's very informative. It has too many uh, too many details and too many examples and too many clinical scenarios. So it's dependable mostly on a case. So whenever someone has a case like this and wants us to give some insights, please just share with us any photos of the case, any scanning videos or scanning files.
Hello. Because what I believe is what we are doing for the tree shape. We're scanning on the triple tray, and then we will send to the lab with this the impression scan for the bite, and then this the dental technician will create a wax bite, and then will fit into the patient mouth, and then they will scan the bite scan.
So the same process, you could go with the same process. So the process that you just talked about is you went through the whole process just to have a bite block in order to the wax bite block in order to be able to scan it inside the patient's mouth to gain reference.
Hello.
So this is actually a clinical a scenario that you used to reach the final reference, and you reached this scenario and confirmed on this scenario by communicating with your lab. So you could just go ahead and try something like this, and we could communicate together while trying something like this within the case. So please share with us the type of case, whether share with us photos or whether you share with us primary scans, and we would plan it together.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you very much, doctor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. I have a question regarding the features of shining and AI. What is the thumb
Yes.
rule, or what is the general guideline? When should we keep shining on and off, or when should we keep AI on and off?
Okay, so regarding the shining mode actually boosts the scanner's performance. So it makes the scanner easily detect any any structure inside the oral cavity that has optical properties that are different than the standard optical properties of the oral cavity. So optical properties that are different than the standard tooth structure, or optical properties that are different than the standard gums and soft tissue. For example, scan bodies. They are mostly plastic and the white colored or metal. So use the shining mode. For example, if you have a metal crown, or you have a highly polished ceramic crown, or a highly polished PMMA restoration. So these things have different optical properties than the standard tooth structure and different optical properties than the standard oral cavity. So then you should use the shining mode. The AI, I'd rather always to keep the AI in auto within the restorative workflow. But whenever we are having a full an edentulous case, or I want to record soft tissue, a huge amount of soft tissue, I keep the AI on off, because the AI works in a way that it filters the excess soft tissue. So what if I want to include in my scan excess soft tissue? For example, I want to record the depth of the vestibule, or I want to record the whole palate. Then I would close the AI. Rather than that, place the AI always on auto.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Doctor, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Can you please show us the ortho simulation procedure?
Yes, sure. So I just have to make sure we have completed scan. So just open up any of the completed scans. Just click on this icon. Make sure you have downloaded the ortho simulation application from the app list. Just click on the ortho simulation icon. Okay. So you choose you enable and disable the things that you actually want to appear in the simulation. So this is dependable on the case. This is dependable on the operator's decision. How you choose this based on how you actually want to handle your clinical case. So this is there's no something standard for this. It's an operator's choice, and it will, but just by clicking on generate here, make sure also you're connected to the internet and you're online. Just by clicking on generated here, generate, it will start on generating the whole orthodontic simulation. But might take a lot of time for now because of the connection. If the connection failed, then I'll show it to you through the presentation. I have a video within my presentation. But it doesn't usually take a lot amount of time.
If there is any missing tooth, what we have to do here in the settings? Extraction, space maintenance, we have to do anything?
So no, extraction and space maintenance. This is if you are having actually a case where you will space maintain a tooth, or you will extract the tooth. So you click on extraction and you click on enable, and then choose the tooth that you will extract, so that it will be extracted in the final tooth alignment. So like I told you, within this icon, you choose, it's dependable based on the operator. The operator will be the one who chooses this icon based on the case, and based on the treatment plan that the operator did. So there's nothing that I could recommend within this menu that you should choose, because it's changeable based on each and every case.
Okay.
So it will run the whole tooth arrangement, then it will automatically open the scan, the simulation. So as you can see here, these are the views between the initial position and the target position. The target position is the final position in which we want to reach with the patient. Just by clicking here, you start the animation video. So just very simple. It's used for patient communication and patient encouragement to start orthodontic treatment. So it's just easy and very simple. Just make sure you have downloaded the ortho simulation from the app list. Make sure you're connected to the internet, and then just any completed scan activated from the icon I showed you. So does anyone have any more questions? So the depth of scanning for the Helios 500 is actually 16 microns, but 16 millimeters, but the 16 millimeters, they are actually calculated from outside the tip, not from inside the tip. Most scanners that are available in the market, they do measure the scanning depth from inside the tip, because based on your manipulation of the scanner, you could actually include your area of interest inside the tip, and you gain an extra 4 millimeter. So if you calculate it from outside the tip, the depth of the scanning would be 16 millimeters, but based on your manipulation, you could reach 20 millimeters. So actually, scanning depth of 15, 16, 17 would be good enough for any deep margin, because there is no deep margin that is more than 16 millimeters, of course. But the thing is, whenever you increase the scanning depth, you are increasing also the scanning smoothness, because it takes, and the scanner will be able to record much more information in less amount of time. So this will actually end up in creating a better scanning experience. So that's all regarding the scanning depth.
Dr. Abdulrahman,
تفضل.
for the medical report, shall I be connected to the network as well?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're most welcome. So I guess that's all. I hope it was a beneficial session, and I hope you all have a nice day. If you would like to contact me, please do contact me through the salesperson who's in charge of your country. I'd be more than happy to respond to any of your questions later on. Thank you, and I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mana. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ihan.
everyone. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
He left. He's having some. How many people you